That was just a beautiful game all around. The team played absolutely fantastic, and they come out with the 113-80 win over the Los Angeles Lakers, and they were very good all game long. The Raptors were so good, and they just dominated the entire game in every aspect except for offensive rebounds. But every aspect other than that, the Raptors were so good. Let's start with the field goal percentage. 34% for the Lakers, 54% for the Raptors, 23% from the three-point. 23%, if I didn't say that already. 23% for the Lakers, 41% from the Raptors. They shot 59% from the free throw line. Raptors shot 85%. Rebounds, they were +2, but they had, +12 on the offensive boards. This is about died there. Oh my goodness. But this is where the Raptors won. They had 25 assists. They had 25 assists on 45 made field goals. That is, over 50% of your shots. That's very good. They were facilitating the ball. They were looking real good. No, they didn't just contest, and they just looked really, really good all game long. They didn't stop. They won the first quarter by 6. They won the second quarter by 15. They won the third quarter by 1. They won the fourth quarter by 11. I mean, they were just dynamite all game long. And it just shows on the scoreboard. It does, and a lot of credits go to DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. Again, I mean, I know, they're the best two players, so they're going to get the credits. Yes, we know that. But it's not for what you think. DeMar DeRozan is not because of putting up the points. He had 16 today, which isn't great. Didn't shoot a great percentage. But teams are learning to double him, right? They're learning to double team him because he was so hot to start the year. We got to shut this guy down. Okay, but that's why we have lots of other scorers. That's why we have Kyle Lowry. That's why we have Norman Powell. That's why we have all these great players like Corey Joseph and Patrick Patterson and Bebe as well. DeMar DeRozan had 4 boards and 7 assists to go along with his 16 points. That's 7 assists. Well, you know what? DeMar DeRozan has had 4+ assists in 11 straight games. That's not the DeMar DeRozan of last year. That's not the DeMar DeRozan we've known. But I really like this DeMar DeRozan. I think we can all agree with that. The player he is turning into with the new contract is outstanding. And Kyle Lowry, I mean, my goodness. We talked about this in the first, 10 games of the season, how the guy couldn't shoot a 3 for his life. Couldn't get a field goal for his life. Couldn't shoot over 35%. It was awful. He was a gong show. But he was obviously doing other ways to help the team win. That's why we love Kyle Lowry. But now, he's raking the ball. He is shooting the ball at a ridiculous rate. He shot 8 of 12 today, 66%, 24 points, 4 boards, and he still gets 7 assists while going 6 of 9 from deep. Kyle Lowry was ridiculous tonight, as he is most nights. But I remember in the first bit, this team could not score or could not shoot a 3. They were 20-something percent, 30%. It was awful. And now they can't stop shooting them. They're doing so well right now. And tonight, last year, it was more or less the offense was kind of, the issue. The defense was so great. Or it was better than normal. This year, the offense is pretty darn good. The defense is But tonight, they were fantastic. They closed gaps well. They did a really good job, when the Lakers drove to the lane or drove to the net. I mean, they looked really good all game. And as we've been saying lately, the bench in general, people know the bench has to be big for your team to win. Corey Joseph with 14 off the bench. He also had 4 assists and 2 boards to go along with that. I mean, he was so good. Patrick Patterson, he only had the 5 points, but he had 7 rebounds to go along with that. And baby, In 18 minutes, he had 13 points and 3 boards. Ideally, most of those were slam dunks, but he did make a couple sweet moves and an and one. Knock it down, baby. He looked really good tonight. I was very impressed with him. Just overall, T. Ross knocked down a couple threes. Norman Powell we know what Norman Powell is. I won't say he's the future of this team because you really don't know what's going to happen, right? When it comes to the contract situation, you don't really know. But if he was to stay a Raptor, I can see this guy being a ginormous piece to the puzzle because he is so good. And with DeMarre Carroll sitting out because of a rest day, he was either going to sit this game or the game tomorrow night. With DeMarre Carroll sitting out tonight, which makes a lot more sense, Norman Powell got the shot. And man, did he run with it. Guys, he is 6'4". Let me just throw that out there before I say this. He is 6'4". He had 16 points and 7 rebounds. As a 6'4" guy, which is not bad, but it's not one of the bigger guys out there. He grabbed 7 boards to go along with his 16 points. He had a couple assists as well. I mean, I got no problem with Norman Powell. No problem. He also shot 50%, so it's not like he just chucked up a bunch of shots. He was selective and was really good, and my goodness, did he throw down the hammer. That reminded me of that dunk in the playoffs. All right. Let's not reminisce too much, but it is what it is. The Raptors obliterate the Lakers, and we needed to. And they did it. They did it absolutely fantastically. And now we got to move on. You play one of the lower seeds in the Lakers. I mean, they had a good start, but you expect them to come back down to earth. Tomorrow night, we play the Atlanta Hawks, who are slipping right now, but they're still a team that's contending for a playoff spot in the East and I know it's very early, could be a playoff matchup against the Raptors. You never know. So, with DeMarre Carroll resting today, you give him a shot to rest up, and now he's fully ready to go tomorrow. And Lowry and DeRozan sat for a little bit today, so they're probably fresh and ready to go. It's going to be a fun one tomorrow night. So that is going to do it for this video, guys. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. And if you enjoyed the game, hit that like button, because I sure know I did. Hit the subscribe button if you guys enjoy the videos. Lots of content coming out. It's 2 games tomorrow night. It's going to be doozies. Hey, comment down below what you guys thought of the game. Who was your MVP of this game? Would you say it's DeMar DeRozan with the beautiful assists, beautiful all-around game from Double D? Would you say it was Norman Powell getting the shot and running with it? Would you say, I don't know, Bebe maybe, or Corey Joe? Let me know what you guys think. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night. 2 games, 2 doozies. Atlanta Hawks, 7:30 at the Air Canada Centre. And out west in Vancouver, the Leafs take on the Canucks in the first game since that absolutely mayhem game back here at the Air Canada Centre. That's, is there going to be fireworks? I wonder. We'll talk to you guys then. See ya.